Hey everybody, this is Mike from GetYourRockOut and I'm here at Hammerfest, Hard Rock Kelly Night with Olaf from Sahg. How are you doing, mate?
Very good, very good.
Are you looking forward to it? You haven't played yet, have you? You're getting ready to play?
Yeah, we're getting ready. We're playing around 10 tonight, and yeah, it's going to be good. We're feeling the vibe of the festival. It's a good vibe here, and looking forward to it.
It's really good for Scandinavian bands, I find. They tend to come over here. There's a good sense of community. You find that it's really easy just walking out amongst the metal fans, just chat, hang out with people.
Yeah. It's it seems like UK crowds have a good understanding for Scandinavian metal, so it's always good for us to come here. And we got like Einherjar as well playing here tonight. So yeah, it's like you say, I think it's good for Scandinavian bands to come here.
The new album, Delusions of Grandeur, is out now, isn't it? You just had that released.
It's been out for a while, yeah, and we're going to play some from that tonight. We're also going to put in some older stuff, so it's going to be pretty much put together from all our albums tonight. Yeah.
Because you guys just celebrated, wasn't it, your 10th anniversary last year as being a band?
Yeah, we did. 10 years down, which took us by surprise. But anyway, it feels good to get. At the moment we're pretty much busy writing the next album, but coming here now is perfect to get a break from that and get on stage and blow it out again. It's really good.
Pretty quick turnaround then, having the new album out last year and then you're already in the process. Do you find it's better to just always be thinking of the next release then? You've never had like a long period where you didn't write just new material?
Not really. We put out albums every second year or every third year ever since we started. So it's a thing for us to keep momentum when it's there, and I think that's what we're doing now as well for the next one. We're trying to, we really felt that we did something right with Delusions, and we're going to try to ride that wave further on with the next one and take it even further, on the next album. And we really feel inspired, and we want to, keep that up and try to have the next album out by the end of the year.
Because did the fact that your 10th anniversary just kind of snuck up on you like that, did that inform the album writing in a way? Was there kind of an air of nostalgia, or was it just, this is another one, and then afterwards you went, oh, it's been 10 years?
No nostalgia. We just wanted to move on, basically. We just feel we're on a great wave, and the album, the band is developing in a good direction, and as long as we're doing that and not stagnating, that's the most important thing.
I'm always curious with bands that reach that kind of anniversary, because like 10 years, it never really sounds like it should sound, because 10 years seems like a long time, but often bands seem to not find like the sound that they're comfortable with until maybe 3-4 years in. Did you have a definite idea when you started of what you wanted Sahg to be, or did it kind of develop as you were going on?
Well, we had a very clear idea when we started the band. We wanted to make a band that kind of went back to the 70s roots, that we all grew up with that music. The members of the band, the original band was all into that kind of music, and we wanted to base our music on Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, and put some of the early 80s stuff in there as well, like Dio and Ozzy and Maiden and all that. So that's what we tried to do with the first album. Everyone was really agreed on that. And as time passed and new albums came out, that kind of changed on the way, and new influences came in and out. So we had a very clear idea at the beginning of everything, and then that changed along the way. And on Delusions, our newest album, we kind of came to a point where we said that, hey, we need to focus now and try to maybe try a new direction, a new approach on our music. And so we spent some time before that album to try and renew ourselves a little bit and find a new approach on how we think and write and play music, and Delusions was a result of that.
What would you say is different then? What was the result of your taking time to reevaluate your approach?
I don't know. I think we're not as much a retro vintage metal band anymore. I think we kind of put some more progressive modern elements into the mix. So you know,
Seems to be a lot of that going around, a move to progressive. You kind of going the OPEF route in a way.
yeah, I know. There's a lot of bands doing that now, but you know, we're not doing it because it's a trend or anything. We're doing it because it feels right, and you know, I think that the next album is gonna reflect that as well.
Because I'm always curious when I talk to a Scandinavian band, you know, because music over there is so ingrained in the culture, you know, like from birth, I guess, you know, you just got all these different influences going. Did you find yourself, when you were growing up, more influenced by music outside, you know, the metal that was coming from the States, from Britain, from Europe, that kind of thing? And how much of, you know, what you grew up with is in your music today, would you say?
Well, yeah, when I grew up as a kid, you know, I started listening to music already, like 8, 9 years old, and that was pretty much UK and US bands, pretty much, you know, and the Norwegian wave of black metal didn't come around until I was a bit older, and that wave didn't really strike me in the beginning either. It took some time before I got into the black metal thing, and by that time I was already, you know, as a musician, kind of getting started with being influenced by the UK and US bands. So, but I appreciate a lot of the black metal stuff coming from Norway, and I'm really proud of that heritage. And we also, I feel we have, especially in the beginning, we had some of that influence in Sahg as well, and a lot of those bands inspire us to this day. So it's a proud heritage from Norway. Mm.
And I guess now, of course, now they're coming up to 10 years, I just keep coming back to it because it's a good number. Do you find now that you're starting to get people coming up to you saying you have influenced us now as we're starting, or is it still a bit too early for that?
Yeah, we get that sometimes, and that's always good to hear. You know, it's always an inspiration for us getting that, because there's younger bands, like you say, you know, coming up, younger bands who have actually, by the time you know, in the run of the 10 years that we have been going, those bands, even though they're younger than us, have had the time to really become good bands, you know, and to have really established, well, pretty much well-established Norwegian bands coming over and saying things like that is an inspiration in itself, you know. That shows us that what we have been doing for 10 years has been worthwhile, and it's been something positive, and you know, it's always to have influenced other good artists in the scene is a great inspiration.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap this interview up. Do you have a message into the camera for all our readers at Get Your Rock Out?
Yeah, you know, keep hanging on to this guy and this station here. These guys are great. We're Sahg from Norway, going to rock Hammerfest tonight. It's going to be great.
Thank you very much. Have a good show, man. Cheers.